guys, Tania here and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you already been here, thanks for coming back. So in today's video, I have another complexion review for you guys. Today I'm going to be trying out the new LYS Beauty Tinted Moisturizer. I'm so excited for you guys to hear my thoughts on this. So if you are interested, then please keep on watching. Before we start the video, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Please turn your post notifications on so you get notified every time your girl uploads a video. And follow me on Instagram. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video. Alright you guys, so my brows are already done. If you want to see like my detailed brow routine, I recently uploaded that, so I'll leave that up above so you guys can check it out. And I did my everyday eye look. I used the Artist Couture Supreme Nudes eyeshadow palette, and for lashes I'm wearing the Caprel NYC Lash in the Style Confidence. This is my favorite lash for like everyday wear. It's very lightweight and it just looks very natural, and I think that is what I'm going for today. So while my lash glue is drying, I'm going to prime my skin. I'm going to use the Milani Skin Quench Primer. Alright you guys, so let me tell you a little bit about the Tinted Moisturizer before we jump into applying it. So it is called the LYS Beauty Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer with SPF 20. It retails for $29 and comes in 24 shades. This is supposed to be a flexible tinted moisturizer that immediately blurs the skin with glowy light to medium coverage, all while hydrating and protecting the skin from the sun. I got the shade 46C. This is the shade that Sephora matched me to. I wanted to get the shade 48W, but y'all, this tinted moisturizer has been sold out everywhere. I went in store and I tried to get 48W. I even tried to get a sample, but the lady in Sephora told me they don't do samples anymore. So hopefully this shade works for me. So this is what the package looks like. It is a squeeze tube, kind of like the Fenty Beauty skin tint, and it does have the grip thing on the side, kind of like what LYS Beauty does to make sure it's easy to open. Okay you guys, so I'm going to apply the tinted moisturizer. One side I'm going to be using a brush and the other side I'm going to be using a sponge, just so you guys can see how the tinted moisturizer applies both with a brush and a sponge. I am just going to jump right into it because I want to do a wear test for you guys. So I'm going to go in on the side that I'm going to use a brush first, and I'm just going to squeeze this out. I know you're supposed to apply this with your fingers, but honestly you guys, I prefer using a brush. I don't like applying products with my fingers, so I'm using this E63 brush from Morphe, and I'm just going to blend this in. Okay you guys, so this is what it looks like applied with the brush. I feel like this shade is really nice. I feel like it didn't give medium coverage. It's giving very light coverage. It is giving a very nice glow to the skin, and I actually really like the way how it looks on the skin. It literally feels like there is nothing on the skin. It feels very lightweight. So I'm going to use my Juno sponge on this side of my face. You guys, so this is what it looks like applied with the sponge. I don't know if it's my mind or if it's just the lights, but I feel like the side with the brush has a better glow to it. Even looking in the mirror, I can definitely see that the side with the brush has a little bit more glow to it. I actually really like the way this looks. It isn't full coverage, it isn't medium. I'd say it's a very light coverage. I'm going to see if I can build it up, but I personally prefer applying this with a brush. It just looks a lot better applied with the brush. And I actually really like it. It just evens out the skin tone. It looks really good on the skin. Very glowy. And I like the way this looks. I'm going to go in with a little bit more, and I'm going to take this on the brush. Just on my forehead where I have most of like my scarring. And go back over the side with the sponge. Alright y'all, so this is what it looks like after trying to build it up. You can definitely build it up to like a little bit more of a medium coverage. It didn't fully cover like the scars on my forehead, but it covered what it needed to cover. It makes my skin tone look a lot more even. When it comes on to skin tints, me personally, I don't look for full coverage. I look for the evening of the skin tone, and then whatever coverage that I need, I can get that from my concealer. But this looks really, really good on the skin. I feel like this is leaning more towards people like me, the dry skin girls. It is very, very glowy, very, very hydrating. Even though I did build it up, it still feels very, very lightweight on the skin. Like it literally feels like there is nothing on the skin. It looks beautiful on the skin. The glow that it is giving is everything. I love the way this looks on the skin, and I feel like the shade that I picked up, which is 46C, looks pretty good on my skin. I feel like Sephora did really good with matching my shade. Well, not Sephora, Rare Beauty. They posted a picture, I'll insert it here, with the shades that they recommend that you use, and mine was 46C, and I feel like it is pretty spot on. It actually looks really, really good. All right, you guys, so in keeping with this skin-like effect that I'm getting, I'm going to take the full coverage concealer from LYS. I have this in the shade TN6. I've been using this on my no makeup days, and I feel like this should pair pretty well with this tinted moisturizer, because it's also a very, very, very lightweight concealer, but gives you just enough coverage. So everything that the tinted moisturizer did not cover, I feel like this will cover it, and the shade isn't too light. However, for around my lip area, I always use the NARS concealer just because it is going to give a little bit more coverage, and it's a little bit more close to my skin tone in terms of color than the one from LYS. So I don't want around my lip to look bright, basically, just to conceal. While my concealer is drying, I'm going to do a little bit of contouring because I'm keeping with the glow and the skin effect that I'm getting. I'm going to take the Balm Contour from Danesssa Myricks. I have this in the shade Deep Number 1, and I'm taking this on my BH Cosmetics 114 brush just to lightly contour the skin. As you guys can see, this contour product gives a little bit of glow as well, but I take it on a fluffier brush just so it looks a little bit more effortless and looks a little bit more like skin-like. I'm taking back the brush that I use for foundation to blend this concealer. And then for the edges, I'm using the sponge that I used to apply the foundation. Just like that. I can't find the Juno sponge that I usually use to blend my under eyes, so I'm just going to take my Real Techniques sponge and blend this concealer out. Okay, so to set my under eyes, I'm using the LYS Translucent Setting Powder in the shade Ambition. This is a really, really nice lightweight skin-like powder, and I feel like it's gonna fit perfectly with this skin look that I'm going for. So I'm going to use the sponge again just to blend any creasing that might have happened under the eyes, and then I'll go in with the powder. For this powder, I'm going in with a brush. I'm using the Shop Miss A AOA F19 brush. I'm just going to use this to press the powder under my eyes. To set the rest of the face, I'm using the Dior Backstage Powder No Powder in the shade 6N, and I'm taking this on my Color Drain Angled Powder Brush just to set this down. You guys, so I did my lower lash line off camera. I'm going to go in with some bronzer just to add a little bit of life to the skin. I'm using my Makeup Revolution Gold Bronzer in the shade Medium, and this is on the Morphe E4 brush. So I'm going in with a little bit of blush. I'm just going to use powder blush. I'm using this one from Makeup Revolution. This is the Makeup Revolution X Roxi blush palette, and I just mix all these 3 shades. Alright y'all, so before we jump into the wear test, I'm going to do a quick lip combo. I'm using my Morphe gel liner in the shade Molasses to line my lips. For lipstick, I think I'm going to use the MAC lipstick in the shade Honey Love, just a little bit. And then for gloss, I'm going to go in with this Morphe gloss in the shade Chill. Just to tone things down a little bit, I'm taking a little bit of the Artist Couture gloss in the shade Uncensored 2.0. Alright you guys, so this is the finished look. So far I really do like this skin tint. It feels very lightweight on the skin. Everything that I used with it went on really nicely. I did set my face with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, and as you can see, you can still see that glow coming through from the skin tint. So if you have oily skin, you probably won't like that, but me personally, I love how healthy and glowy the skin looks. Let's see how it wears, but so far I really like this. So it is currently 9:54. Let's see how long I can keep this skin tint on for, but so far I really like the way it looks. It looks very healthy, and I feel like this shade is actually spot on. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, but I'll be right back to show you guys how it wears and give you guys my final thoughts. But so far I really like it. Alright you guys, I'm back and it is now 5:55, which means I've been wearing this skin tint pretty much all day. I did reapply my lips just so it looks fresh, but you guys, this skin tint held up really nicely. In comparison to when I just got done doing my makeup, my forehead is a little bit more glowy but not greasy, and I really like the way how it looks overall. If you have dry skin, I feel like you would really like this skin tint, but if you have oily skin, I feel like you should test it out with like a mattifying primer to see how it's going to hold up, because if you don't use this with like a mattifying primer or something and you have oily skin, I feel like it can get pretty greasy on you, because it is already a very hydrating, very glowy kind of product. So I feel like it can come off a little bit greasy if you have oily skin, but so far I personally really enjoy the way it looks on my skin. It held up really nicely, and I was out all day, and I did wear a mask for a couple of hours, and the glow is there, and I just feel like it looks healthy. Like, it doesn't look greasy on me. I am going to touch up so you guys see what it looks like once I touch up, especially my forehead. Like, the rest is fine, but my forehead, I want you guys to see how it looks once I touch up. And I'm using my Pat McGrath powder as always. I'm going to put a little bit on the nose, like right in here is a little bit glowy as well, so I'm going to put a little bit right here. Alright you guys, so this is what it looks like after touching up. As you can see, the glow on my forehead is completely gone. I love the way this skin tint looks. As I said before, if you have dry skin, you'd really enjoy this skin tint, but if you have oily skin, I'd say go in with a more mattifying base just so it doesn't come off as greasy on you. If I should compare this to the Fenty skin tint, because I know you guys are going to ask, this one is a more hydrating skin tint, and I feel like the Fenty skin tint, it's not matte, but it doesn't give you the glow glow that you're going to get from this one. So if you want something that is a little bit more hydrating on the skin, that is going to look a little bit more glowy, definitely try this one out. And if you want something that isn't as glowy, then use the one from Fenty. But all in all, I do recommend this skin tint. If you want to grab it, now is the perfect time to grab it because the Sephora sale is currently going on. But I do recommend. And if we are shade twins, I use the shade 46C, and I do feel like it is a pretty good match. But let me know what you guys think about this skin tint in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Before I close the video out, let me just say congratulations to the persons that won the giveaway. I will have the winners pinned in the comment section down below because this video is pre-recorded. So I'll pin the winners in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.